Ready for this message? Methinks you're not. I'm not. I'm utterly disturbed by it. This is the second attempt. Here we go. So, imagine you're dreaming. There you are in your dream. You're watching it. You and something else. Something you would just assume is yourself. You know, what's carrying these memories, huh? You know, I, 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 I will constrain the idea of it being yourself or whatever. I'm just going to freeze that possibility, as it were. We'll call that the anomaly. It's anomalous. It fucking is. There's no getting around it. Now, we assume, and often incorrectly, that all of our thoughts are our own thoughts. That these sounds are strings of different thinking as we select them. You know, like, you take it for granted, all right? You do, you know you do. You don't examine it very often. Some people do. You don't, meaning me, I don't, or something. It can only be left to say that there's something very disturbing here in this, and it begins to do its work very fast. It nearly consumes the whole wake up and get your fucking ass dressed, go to work process. Oh, how so? It brings a form of criticism that is already levels above what I'm aware of myself having. It seems to have some sort of sway or something. I don't know. I'm only a suspect of it because it's unfamiliar and it's freaking me out. In a way. So this is what I observed my dreams with. So what's the dream? Is it insubordinate? I don't fucking know. Everything falls now by the wayside. Um, yeah, true. So I dreamed I was watching Cliff High. Cliff High was the Matrix. How was he the Matrix? There were squares of him, multiple of him. He's being himself, as he is another content creator on YouTube. We'll just say that. And wherever he was in his thinking or process, it was taking on some sort of variable that we have not identified and lost. A feature of dreams that happens if you don't collect them fast enough. You lose the details, they evaporate. Spoiler alert, we don't know. So we'll just say that he's infected with some form of adjective. Perhaps some of him have fever, some of him don't. Something like that occurs in the dream. The dream continues. Or maybe it doesn't. Actually, we realize we're not asleep. We and this other counter self, the observer, who's now fucking materialized into some form of me, accompanying me, is where we're at. Now, this is weird. It's a little more weird, though. It's something about it just doesn't seem right. And that's pretty much where I'm stalled out. I could let my thoughts go further with it, but like, I don't enjoy seeing the cat and mouse. It's a recent thing and I experienced it, and I don't want to do that to my own thought process. So, now, some interesting things did arise. The ability that one has and can continue to have or not, it's up to you, I guess, too, if you may choose to utilize the tools of the mind, the imaginarium, is there. Say you have a thought, you give voice to the thought. Well, you're already crazy. Hey, whoa, 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 easy, killer. You can isolate the thought using the force. The force has at its command any number of subjects of your mind stuff. And yes, it can take that motherfucker elsewhere, somewhere far away, outside the fence line, whatever you want to say. It can happen. It can be done. It's been done many times. Okay? Perhaps that's one way we muse upon the world of the mind or dream. We don't even know what we're dealing with now. Does it matter? It may not matter. There's something about it though that just it doesn't sort right. It doesn't bode well either. And that's pretty much it. I could go further, but I've agreed myself not to do that. I don't know what it means. I find it slightly fascinating on a more personal level. I find it very fucking disturbing that some fucking weird secondary consideration, some adjective itself has gotten the rise or the drop on me and snuck into my process and is now probably going to do his own channel. Who knows? I don't know. Dimension X, a being appears. Perhaps that would be it. I don't know. And honestly, I don't got nothing. I could go into the directions of weeds, good and bad, on either side. Switch them if you need to do that. So there's the freedom of the mind, and it's there. Something has risen with it. It rose with it last night, and last night was a difficult night for sleeping because it just wasn't happening. I took another go to sleep little baby pill, which I have and found, and I want to just knock myself out pills. You know, we have some. You know, Ghost of Whopper, which I don't say he's really a ghost or anything like that. That's a little far. But, you know, for lack of any terminologies, I'm going to just go with that and say I had these other muscle relaxer pills that he had that fundamentally are a sleeping pill too, because they make me sleepy. Sure, they're muscle relaxers, and I can tell they are. So there's that. Well, one night, after going to sleep, and yes, I took one, I awoke to having them poured out on top of me like an asshole move. And perhaps your dad's doing it. I joked, in a way, which is my contribution to the living ghost. Which I'm aware of. Somewhat still free and at liberty to muse further or not. Don't forget your drink. Don't fucking forget your drink. It's like being open to a world of possibilities that you're not ready for, and it not being a bad thing, but just definitely not being a good thing. And I don't really know what to say about that, other than to raise the alarm. General alarm has been raised. Wanted, if you see this dream criminal, do not apprehend.